I've come down here not because there's been a break-in or reports of intruders or to investigate what the rats get up to at night time, but because I need to get used to being down here at night time and finding useful things to do, because the opportunity in the daytime is disappearing even more. My wife, bless her ginger bonce, has been taken on full time, and that means that none of the days during the week I'm going to be down here. Yet, I still need to be making something worthwhile down here. What can I do at this time of night? I don't particularly want to go into the dungeon because that's just really rather eerie at this time of night. I can do stuff in here, but I've still got to be a bit careful about noise because there are houses just over there and there are houses just over there as well. So if I start rattling away on rusty nuts with my new buzz gun, it could potentially upset somebody. My planned job for tomorrow is to see if I can get this gearbox put back onto that little car there. I reckon it probably is just a bit too dark down here to be doing it now, even with my torch. You wouldn't think it's a particularly noisy thing to be bunging a gearbox in place, but I bet I'd make an awful lot of heaving noises that could be heard all around and would make people come to some questionable conclusions. So I'm not going to do that. This car here, which I have named, what have I named this car? God, I've forgotten what this car's called. Yeah, could you forget what your old wife's called? Come on, Helen, that's it. If I had the appropriate replacement bottom arm for this car, I'd be jacking it up and having a go of doing it now. You got to lower the subframe on it and take a few bolts out, and it shouldn't be too difficult really. It's just jack, a lamp, high powered buzz gun, and you're away. But I haven't got it, so I can't even get started on that. And being inside, it shouldn't be too awkward making a bit of noise. There is something I can do. There's only two things really that this car needs for its MOT, besides a couple of lamps, but they don't count because you just basically fit them. If I can replace this door handle before the police arrive, I'll be quite happy. And genuinely, I did go to grab the door handle there so I can open the door up so I could replace the door handle. Maybe I need some sleep. Just there is my replacement handle. That came from my previous MGF, which I had to scrap because it was a bit knackered. And I'm going to put it on this. I'm not going to worry about painting it blue. I'm just going to bung it on. It's just a matter of taking a few screws out to get the door card off, which I did there. I've just undone this one and then went to get my magnet because it wasn't coming out straight away. And in that short amount of time, I've lost the screwdriver. And in the short amount of time between explaining that, I've lost the magnet as well. Oh no, it's there. Right. Okay. That's some progress then. Where's my screwdriver? Oh, it's there. One there, two here, and two there that look really rusty actually. And off it pops. Ah, I remember. When I took the handle off the other car, the car was coming apart anyway, so I just went straight ahead and just took all sorts of bits off everywhere. And then I discovered that actually to get the handle off, you don't need to take the window regulator out, which is good. Certainly on the passenger side, you just need to put the window down. So let's do that. With the torch in the gap and the socket through the hole, you can see, well I can, just about the end of the socket on the 8mm nut. Actually in this case it's which has to be undone. They both have to be undone unless you want to break them off, but then of course that's not going to help, is it? And now I've just released the rod from that plastic red doing down there and it should just come out, except it won't. Or will it? Maybe it will. Well, we're about to find out actually. And there we have broken handle off, which I didn't do quite the correct way, because you're supposed to take this off the back. But with a bit of gentle prising and the fact that it's not going to be needed any longer, I've managed to get it off without causing any damage here. I should clean this first. This is the golden opportunity to clean up the gap. Perfect. And now just refit the other one, which looks like it's going to be a very short video at this rate, but you know, I'm bound to find some way of making a meal of it. I have two of these to bung back into the door, but as you can see, nothing's magnetic there, so I'm risking that falling off into the door and never to be found again. Nope, I can't have that. I need a trick up my sleeve to make sure it doesn't fall off. Here's a little method I use all the time with stuff like this. It just adds a bit of safety to it, really. There we go, put the plastic clip back on, so even with one screw in the door, it should work. Should we find out? It works. Right, good. That's some progress, isn't it? Now I've got to put this one in, and this one's a bit more awkward because I can't really see it, whereas I could with the other one. How many times is this going to fall off before I get pissed off? There's the first one. Oh, but yeah, that's been going a bit of a long time, but I've actually got it on there by wrapping tape around it. You could just about see it as you're poking it in the hole, but you still need a bit of a blind stab in the dark to get anywhere near it. So the tape did secure that in place, and now the door handle is properly attached. I'm going to say that's a success. At midnight. A couple of years back I created a buyer's guide for the MGF and TF, and one thing I didn't include in this particular buyer's guide was the fact that the door handles are crap, because I didn't know that they were crap at the time. That's why the next buyer's guide that I do, I shall make sure that everything's included. And there we have it, all back together, nothing lost, all working perfectly. I am actually pleased I came down here tonight. When it comes to fitting that bottom arm, there will be no more things to undo and do back up as what there were with that door handle. So therefore, it should be even easier. And with that, back on goes the less grubby clothes, and may as well call it a night. Can't finish there though, because I do have something just a little bit disappointing to report from the other day. As we can see, Saturday is blessed with sunshine. What a fabulous start to my working day here. Fabulous indeed. So fabulous that I was inspired to start up the MGF and take it for a spin around the yard. But notice the cables at the front. Notice not only that it's on charge, but it's hooked up to a big battery with my super jump leads. Rather unwittingly, I've got a flat battery, and not just a flat battery, but a dead battery. It's as lifeless as a dodo's diary of the 21st century. That's inconvenient, etc. There's a fair chance that battery might be ruined. It must have some sort of parasitic drain on the go for that to happen. But fear not, because there are worse things to happen down here than, a dead battery. Such as, I'm coming to it, I got it started with the aid of the jump blades, backed it out, turned it around because the battery's at the front. The car was down this end, meaning I had to turn it around so I could charge the battery. Good, but I went and installed it, which again, that's not such a big deal, is it? Except when you can't start it. So I pushed it backwards into the lockup. And I accidentally caught something which is somewhat priceless. Using a bit of man strength with the door open, I pushed it back and the door caught Nigel. Have a look. Gone and bent the bloody wing, haven't I? Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. After peeling the arch back, I got my digits in there and started to push. Push hard. Like a kangaroo. No, not like a kangaroo. Anyway, I've pushed it out partially. But it doesn't really look any better for it, because now it's like, you know, there's a bit of a ripple there, and it's just not right. Plus, notice the paint's cracked as well. And look, rust coming through from the inside. I have to decide now whether to carry on pushing with my digits as I previously have done, to see if I can. I don't really need to worry about it, do I? Does it matter? No, it doesn't. Can I really make it any worse? Nah. It's just not such a big a deal. I'm not going to get myself overly concerned by it. I don't think this battery is going to be salvageable. So it is worthwhile coming down, because that small job, I wouldn't say I've been putting it off, but I haven't been getting on with it because there always seems to be something more important to do. And after all, I can't use that car because it's got no MOT. And one of the reasons it's got no MOT is because of the bloody door handle being broken. That door handle came from my ex-wife, Alison, who is no longer with us. And that's one of the reasons why I'm quite keen to keep it silver colour, as a reminder that I don't really need of where it came from. And because I'm not particularly fussy about things like that. I'm really not. To me, it just adds a little bit of extra character that it probably doesn't really need. The worst thing about the MGTF, for me, is that it's not an F. So how can having a odd coloured door handle not work? Well, it's got odd coloured door mirrors, and I don't like those. It's got an odd coloured splitter, that white splitter on the front, and I don't like that either. That will be coming off, not because it's the wrong colour, because as I've established, being the wrong colour isn't really that important to me. I mean, it is when everything's really nice. If you've got immaculate paintwork, then you can start being fussy about things not quite matching. But it doesn't. And with that, I believe I can extrapolate even more enjoyment from the thing once I have it on the road, because it won't be so precious. And the next thing I'm going to say is bye-bye, but not before I say thank you for watching, and thank you for being a subscriber and a channel member, if you are. And thank you for liking. I might have already said that one. And thank you for leaving a comment. And thank you for watching it to the end. And as ever, thank you very much for tolerating these god-awful adverts. And I don't like adverts. I really don't. So I appreciate it so much when anyone leaves them running just so I can get a little bit of money out of it, which will help me carry on going. Next job, that bottom arm. Hopefully quite soon. Bye-bye.